Hey, welcome back to the Funny Farm. Let's see what we can get done this week here on spring break. Hoping we can get some stuff done outside. We have a patio to make, some mulching to do, some stone work, some skid loader work, some backhoe work, and maybe our first cut of the spring season with the lowboy. So stay tuned. All right, so we're finally going to fix this O-ring on this backhoe attachment. It's been leaking fluid horribly, so we couldn't really use it. Got a couple of stumps I want to knock out of here before I start doing some serious dirt work to the pad. So I want to get this thing fixed. See if we can take out some of the remaining stumps over here. There's a couple over there, and there's a couple on the back side. So let's see if we can get this thing fixed up. Just for future reference. We've been working. There are still 2 cranes over here. How cool is that? Wow. Awesome. Look at that. That's pretty incredible. We have a lot of people here fishing this weekend. Pretty cool to see. Window fell. right, there's one scoop. Well, score from the wife. 30 bags.
I'm telling you, there's this guy. I'm going to show you later. For TikTok. Is that in the video now?
Yeah, you're in the video. We're slowly finding the sidewalk. Look how thick this is over the sidewalk. The whole sidewalk's hidden. So I wasn't planning on doing anything other than mulch and edging around the outside of the house. We're gonna put a deck on this. We were gonna do it the first year, last fall. You know, things are very expensive. So we're on the 5 to 10 year plan. So we actually figured out we uncovered a sidewalk yesterday while mulching. Trying to find our edge for the mulch, I should say. So I'm gonna go ahead, set up a time lapse. I'm gonna dig all this out, reorder these. I did that on the back of the house. And I'm going to do it here too. Why not? And I think it's going to look really nice. So I already, as you can see, I found the sidewalk. Now I'm going to rearrange because of it's, you know, they slide over time, they sink, they raise, roots, all that fun stuff. So let's get to it. I'm going to go off of this one. I'm just going to line these ones off of this, get to this turning point. Broke it.
raise my shakes here. Okay. Oh, yeah, exercise at the back. Woo! That looks really good. All right.
All right, tell me if this is straight. I might have to do a little rain dance out here, but I get some sprinkles. It's Friday night, spring break for us teachers. I'm trying to get as much done as I can in the next 4 days.
Yeah. We're finally making a turn.
I'm not sure. I'm not. All right, hey, I'm not good at puzzles, everyone. So far, check this out. Crazy what you can bring back with a little work. We have a special guest today. There's our niece. All right, we are moving right along. All right, we have one more to go. Can we do it?
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get this. the landing. Okay. That worked out. All right, we're currently getting some stone on the scale. Wow, he's already gone. Where's he at? And we're already loaded up. Let's go put the stone. All right, we're definitely getting through the stone now. Alright, so day 2 of our spring break project. We used a skid loader to move some of these stones around. I'll probably use a skid loader again to pile things up nicely, take some of these back, hide them out or get them out of our sight. But these stones actually were from my grandfather's basement. When he refinished some parts of it, poured a new floor, a couple years, about 10 years ago. This house is 1861, so it's pretty old. That'd be cool to incorporate these. This was his idea, but incorporate them into our sitting area for our, outside patio. Somewhere to look out into the sunset. You can see the pond from here, the fields. So we're gonna continue to get this thing filled in. Make a little fire pit in the center. Want to use the skid loader today to kind of knock all this down, and not the building, but the ground's a little turned up around it. So we're gonna have to bury or try to get rid of. Backhoe, the part we got didn't really work out for us, sadly. So we're gonna go to the next part. So we'll see if that part works. We replaced 2 O-rings. There's 2, I guess gasket seals you could call them, on the outside of the O-rings. We're gonna try those, see if it works. And yeah, we'll see what else we can get into around here. Wow, that's cool. Well, we somehow came out of here with a peach tree and another apple tree. Right, if you can make sense of that, 1953. I think you can make sense of that. Still to plant some grass, but this is our last load back. I took a couple extra that we didn't like. Well, that's cool. All right, so here's where we're at. Took all the extra grass and dirt out of here. We're gonna do some edging now. I think it's a good look. The sidewalk was hidden underneath all this grass. It's crazy, crazy. We have pole saw palooza. I've been all over this place with the pole saw the last little bit while this was charging. So I'm gonna give you guys some video of shooting this. The tree out by the barn, maybe this walnut tree if I'm tall enough. I don't think I am. And maybe some other mismatch. I'll show you some damage I did around the place. But I hate low-hanging trees. Can't stand it. I haven't cut these yet. I don't know if I'm going to right now. I'm gonna cut these later on. I mean, they're high enough to where I'm not gonna whack my head on the tractor, but I eventually want to take these all out. So, I like to cut them up as high as I can. But give us some breathing room around here. All right, let's get to clean this up. All right, there's one tree on the pile. Let's keep it up. It's a long walk. All right, it's the next morning. Hey, we're filming over here. Jeez, we're filming over here. Anyways, next morning. All right, here it is. Now, hopefully this is going to help us here at the farm with the pasture. Maybe it won't, but I think it's going to. This is 6.5 foot woods. Best of both worlds. We have hydraulics on the 656. We don't have hydraulics on the H yet. You can hook all that up. I'm just not as familiar with these machines yet. I really haven't had a chance to run them properly. Just really put around the farm. I'm still getting used to them. So figured I'd go with a manual, a manual wind up for the deck height. I'm hoping this thing helps. Last season I cut with the low boy, which took about 7 hours, especially if I were to break down and come back. So I'm hoping this helps a lot more. So I'm really hopeful. Excited to get this thing hooked up. I've never hooked up a PTO before, never worked with PTOs. I think the 656 PTO is in good shape. The H spins slowly when off. So I think a bearing or a seal, something in there has gone wrong. Maybe something with the fork. I'm not sure. Something I'd love to investigate. So hopefully this setup works. I have a strong suspicion I have to buy a different length PTO shaft possibly for either one or both tractors. I don't know. I've never hooked them up. So this is it though. Super excited. Always breaking hoses around here, but that's okay. We'll get those fixed up. Wanted to show some of the leveling he did. He did a wonderful job with this. I mean, it looks really nice. Hard to tell on camera, but it's getting there. I know he wants to hit this section. We have a lot of things to remove from the pad over here still in bearing. We have a lot of bearing to do. Just need this back done. All right, it's finally that day. Let's get the low boy out. Let's give it a fluids check over and give it the first cut of the backyard this year. So I'm gonna blow this thing off, make sure the tires are good, make sure the fluids are good. Look at our little friend. We have Feather up here checking us out. Hey Feather, what's up, girl? So let's go ahead and do that. I haven't had to do a bunch of maintenance on this yet. I thought I'd get there, but I haven't. I do have headlights ordered for it. I did a, plugs and wires in 2020. Might do it again. Seat I got coming. What else do I got for this thing? Oh, I have an alternator. It doesn't charge still. Never figured that out. I have a correct alternator, the small alternator for this. Let's get this out. Give it a first cut. Hopefully next week or so, we can get the parts put back on this thing. I want to give it a good paint job this year. So, okay, I got these hooked up. I forgot this one fell off. So there's that. One of the lights I was taking down from above fell and collapsed on this during one of the windstorms. So as you can see, there's some glass. First, let's fill up some oil. Yeah, we're on the low side. There's a little bit of a leak. There's blow by on this thing, so it needs a ton of work. I thought I'd get there, but this winter was more, let's get things running on the farm. Next winter, hopefully we can give this thing a spruce up engine-wise, transmission-wise. We'll see how that plays out. But I'm hoping it lasts us another good year of cutting. It's a great machine. I had this thing parked here for leaks also. Now the carburetor I've taken apart a few times. This wasn't on here. I'm gonna keep this on. I forget if I took this apart or not over the winter. The last time it was running properly, it likes to cut out. So I think there's some type of an issue. It's clean. There gets debris with this not being on. A lot of debris in there. But I think the pan is leaking, so I'm gonna get a new gasket for that. That's where it looks like a lot of the old fluid is coming out from. So we'll get that on order. It's very important, everyone, to always check your rear end. Check your cracks. Check your rear end. I had it sitting outside in December. Definitely had water getting in there. I knew I did. I knew it. So check that rear end. Rear end check. Fuel check. Let's put this on the carburetor. And we're good for a startup, everyone. Let it idle and let's clean it off. All right, let's grease her up now. You can't forget your Zerks. All right, let's go have some fun on this thing. Alright, this is the first move 2023. Gonna move it, keep working on it, but I'm gonna move it to the back. We have Pap getting some dirt after moving the truck. He's trying to level this out. We don't have that, you know, this back extension still. We worked through O-rings, plastic washers, nothing was working. So the whole part's gonna need this. It's a swivel. It's gonna need replaced on that. And it's about $500, so we're gonna have to wait on that part. And it should be back in business, but we wanted to go the cheap route just in case. So you'll see some adjustments over here. Hopefully we can get this all straightened out. Okay, now the backyard's finished up. Some lead whacking we got to do, but that's the first cut of the year. Now the carburetor did have an issue, and we were down for about 2 hours, sadly. Took the carburetor apart, cleaned out the fuel, but all the other fuel's fine. And just going through the checks. There are some electrical issues on this thing, a couple bugs we have to figure out still, but she did okay. I'm not gonna say she did great, but she did pretty good. And we're all backed in. staying around this long for the video. Please like, hey, leave a comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time at the Funny Farm. Thanks, guys.